Fellas, never say, "Can I have your number?" This makes you sound like you're begging for it. Instead, say this: "Let's exchange details." Or, "Okay, what's your number?" It's subtle, but this will make you sound confident and less like you're seeking approval.
The man you date is a reflection of you. If he is not investing in you, investing in your education, investing in your mind, helping you win, you have no business being around that person. So if you're dating losers and you're dating people that don't view you in a high manner, you don't view yourself in that manner. Stop dating losers, babe.
Dudes should not get married before they're 30. Like, it's just all bad. And the stats back that up, by the way. I think under 25 is like a death sentence for marriage in today. But there's exceptions. Yes, there's exceptions to everything. Keep playing the exceptions if you want. If you jump out of a perfectly good airplane with a parachute, is there a chance you'll live? 100%. You gonna do it? That's the exception.
You gotta train men the same way that you would train children, and you need to focus on positive reinforcement. That means you don't react if he does something you don't like. You remove your attention. You remove your awareness from him. He doesn't exist anymore. You go back to whatever it is that you want to do. When he does something good, it depends on what it is that he did, okay? If he bought you flowers, oh my gosh, thank you so much, that's so sweet, they're lovely. You don't make a big deal out of it. This is normal. He buys you a car, oh my God, you take such I love you. Oh my God, I'm gonna take you home, okay? I'm gonna ride you too, okay? You need to literally have levels of reaction. When he does something that you don't like, let's say, I don't know, he said he was gonna plan a date and he didn't do it. When he reaches out to you, you don't respond the way that you usually would respond. You're not mean, you're not rude, you're not disrespectful. If he's like, "Hey, sorry, I got busy," and whatnot, or he's pretending that like whatever, you just, first of all, you give it time, space. You don't respond immediately. Then after that, you go ahead and you say, "Hey, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Blah, 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 blah. I gotta go get to a call, okay? I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. I gotta go take care of myself. I gotta go cook. I'll talk to you later, okay?" You don't go off on them. You remove your attention. He calls you. "What's wrong?" "Oh, nothing." I'm sorry I didn't. "Oh, it's fine." "Okay, well, can we reschedule?" That'll depend. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of not interested now. Like, you said that you were going to plan it, and you didn't. It's just unattractive to me. So, I don't know. Right now, I'm not feeling it, so I'm going to go ahead and just do me. All right? Oh, now they're like, "What? Fuck, how do I get her attention back?" Okay, if you're not exclusively together, first of all, no boyfriends, okay? I can go into that. Boyfriends are a scam. If you're not together, then you really owe him nothing. Okay, go get you another man, go talk to your other man from the roster, go out with your friends, go take your cat out, go take your dog out, do whatever, remove your attention. He's not the center of the universe. You should be repulsed and unattracted to a man who does not follow up. You should always think, when he does things that I like, I'm attracted to him. When he doesn't do things that I like, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. That's unattractive to me. I will literally text that to men.
You want to see the other side of dating coaching?
Yeah, for sure.
You do not have to accept her rejection.
Okay.
I'm a professional dating coach and I teach guys how to understand the female mind. Here's an example. I was talking to a girl and she said, "Oh, I'm not really interested." And I, instead of just going, "Okay," and then just turning away, I did this. "Why would you not be interested in me? I'm the best. Absolutely the best." And she's like, "Oh, how?" I'm like, "Well, you'd have to come over in my house to find out. And you'd also have to be okay with kink, and you'd also have to be okay with my mastery of the ropes and the fact I have multiple women. And actually, maybe not. Maybe
He does not have multiple women.
You wouldn't be the best for me. You want to know what I did with her later?"
He could have multiple women because he looks like one of those guys who dresses up in those animal costumes
yes.
and then they each other.
Yeah. There's this.
The furries, what they call
Yes.
the furries.
This is a specific type of girl.
Yes. Yeah.
Very broken, very insecure.
All his girls he fuck with have more than 3 cats.
Yeah.
This motherfucker look like he got a peanut allergy, man. I wouldn't trust him.
Oh.
Oh.
I like how anybody can be like, I'm a dating coach.
Yeah.
And like Kevin did his, like you said, in a suit, nice set. He's like, I'm in my car.
He's in a shitty, that's either a Toyota or a Honda.
Go on every date as if you're just meeting a friend. You don't love every single thing about your friend, so go as if you're just meeting a new friend. See if you vibe. Don't worry about if they're gonna make the perfect husband, the perfect dad, the perfect partner. Just go and see if you vibe and if you're interested in learning more about them to go on a second date. And I did that with Jason, and right away I think my whole mindset just changed. It was so much more calm, more confident too. One of the things that he says that he really liked about me on our first date was how confident I came across. And I think I came across that way because I just didn't put so much pressure on finding, like, him being my husband.
Well, because also when you do that and when you're comparing everyone to the checklist in your head, you are not only putting so much pressure on them to live up to the expectation of the role of future husband, but you're also in the back of your mind putting pressure on yourself to be future wife.
Yes, exactly.
My most controversial take on dating. You lead. That means when you're out on a date, you're through the door first. You're to the booth first. You're to the bar first. You're to the table first. You can hold the door open behind you, and when you get to where you're seated, you pull it out for her. The reason for that is if you hold open the door and try to be traditionally gentlemanly like, what the hell is she supposed to do? Just stand there and look around and wait for you until you go to the host stand or the hostess stand and talk about your reservation. No, you have to lead. She will appreciate that. Remember, you're handling the logistics of it, okay? Here's another thing, the sidewalk rule. That's critical. You're walking down the street or some other public venue, she's against the window front, the storefronts, she's against the buildings, okay? You're on the street side. Keep her safe and lead. That's how you do this. The only door you should be opening is your car door to pick her up and to let her out.
Here's just a few relatively simple, but you got to have discipline, relatively simple things that you can do starting today to change your love life. Start being more open-minded and start picking men based on their moral compass and who they are as a person and their accomplishments and their achievements, and stop going for the shiniest, hottest, cutest guy. It's one of the biggest mistakes you guys always make, and that's not sustainable. He's not always going to be hot. Then what are you going to be stuck with? Okay, so think about that. Stop with picking them how attractive they are. Oh, I love his smile. Is he a good guy? Is he looking for the same things you're looking for? Is he accomplished, successful? Does he ask good questions about you, wanting to get to know you? These are the things, by raising your standards, you can do this today. Just start raising your standards. This is what will make a night and day difference in your dating. Hope it helps.
Your life will get easier when you start seeing women as children. They're gonna cry, they're gonna whine for attention, they're gonna not know what's going on, they have no self-awareness. And when you understand this, you can handle them better. You can treat them better. When you handle them as an equal, you'll get killed, you'll get smoked, because they don't operate that way. Their minds don't work that way. They are children, they should be treated as such. And go to my link in bio for dating guides to help you date better.
The worst advice I've ever heard about dating is that it's a numbers game. When somebody tells you that the reason you haven't met your soulmate yet is because you're not going out on enough dates or you're not meeting enough men, it's going to make you feel like you need to be doing more and sort through more people in order to find your person. The reason this is bad advice is because it makes you think that you have no control and you just have to get through a series of bad dates and then hopefully maybe one person will be good enough, and it kills your motivation and makes you not excited to date because you anticipate, I need to struggle first. I need to go through all these bad experiences to maybe find somebody who I'm aligned with, and it doesn't have to be that way. As a dating coach who helps single women attract the healthy relationship of their dreams, what I tell my clients is that it actually comes down to alignment, not numbers. I find that the more aligned you are, the more clear you are on what you want, on your standards, on your boundaries, what you're willing to settle for and what you're not willing to settle for, that is what is going to lead to you actually attracting more aligned matches where you could meet less people, but they're more of the right people. You don't get rewarded with meeting your soulmate by struggling and exhausting yourself and going on a million bad dates. You will be rewarded when you focus on your alignment and do the inner work to be so clear about the type of partner you are a match for on an energetic level.
So if I'm single, I have a lot of people who I coach that are single, and the first thing I tell them is, in my humble opinion, you are not qualified to be with someone until you're okay being alone. So that's the first thing. You can backtest this. How many people have you seen that just about the time they got content being single there, and then bam, right? Relationship shows up in their life, sometimes better for worse. But that's it. So first release that need, which I get it. It's an innate human need to want to be coupled or to be in relationship one way or the other. And nobody wants to be lonely, but do the inner work of figuring out what's going on in you and resolve within yourself. Be what you want in the world. Be what you want in a partner. Work on yourself. Only two whole people can make a whole relationship. And a lot of us are coming at relationship broken and thinking two broken parts are going to make a whole relationship. And again, we see where that goes.
These are 4 things. These are 4 things you absolutely need. Write them down. And once you check these 4 things off, then you can start dating, okay? Then you can start dating, mama. But if you don't got these 4, back to the drawing board, baby. Starting off strong with numero uno is self-worth, okay? I'm gonna break this down in very general terms here for you, and I'm gonna give you an example. Self-worth is the internal state of knowing you are good enough. That you are good enough as you are. You are good enough when you make mistakes. You are good enough when you fuck up. That you do not need to be perfect in order to be worthy of love, of respect, of a partner. Something that I think fucks up the worthiness for us is that when we have made a mistake, or when we have some negative traits maybe, or we exhibit some negative behavior, we can often go into that negative talk spiral where we convince ourselves that these things make us unworthy. As long as you know your worth, you do not need to prove your worth, because somebody that sees your worth is the only person that you should want to be in a relationship with. Knowing your worth could look like, I know exactly what I bring to the table. I know my value. I know how much of an impact, a positive impact, it would be to be in a relationship with me, to have me in your life. That knowing, it is the knowing. When you know that value, you are like, I'm fucking worthy of someone that does the exact same for me. If that's not checked off, stay here. We're gonna work on that. Step 2 would be self-respect. And this one is not putting up with toxic behavior, disrespectful behavior. This is standing up for yourself. I respect myself enough to not be spoken to in that manner or in that tone. I've told you once, I've told you twice. I don't appreciate that. I'm done speaking to you right now. It is being respectful of your own boundaries, of showing someone, I'm not going to put up with this shit. I am not going to tolerate this, and I will not allow this. I don't want this, and I don't need to deal with this, because I can go, how many people are in the world? I'm sorry, 8.9700 trillion billion mazillion? Exactly. There is someone out there that will speak to me kindly when we're having a disagreement. I don't need to deal with this. That is self-respect, baby. Number three is my personal favorite, and we're gonna do a series on it. Confidence. You need to have confidence. Put very simply, it is the belief in yourself. It is self-assurance, of self-validation. You quite literally are so confident in who you are, in yourself, in your own skin. You have owned your flaws. You are working on yourself. You have invested time, effort, and energy into yourself to make yourself this great person for not only yourself, but maybe for your future partner. As it relates to dating, it is very important, because your self-confidence essentially says to you in your mind, I am confident in my ability to attract the right people to me, that I can leave at any moment, that this stops being fun, that this is not something that I wish to engage in anymore. As soon as this person does something that is immediately a red flag for me, I am not scared to leave, because I know that I will find someone. That is self-confidence. When you don't have that confidence in yourself, you say, oh, I don't think I don't think I can get someone else. I don't think I can get someone else, so I have to stay here. What the? No. Immediately no. And lastly, oh my God, I don't know, is this my personal favorite? Standards before you start dating, before you literally even start looking at people. What are your standards? What are your standards? What do you need? What I like to do is, what are the standards that I have for myself? Like, what do I do for myself on a daily basis? How do I treat myself? How do I speak to myself? And I also like to envision a relationship with someone. If I'm going to be in a relationship, if I'm going to be in a relationship, baby, that relationship is going to be a 10 out of 10, and it's not going to be anything less than that, okay? And that's the only way I'm going to enter into that relationship, is if that relationship feels better than I feel alone. And also, what things are you willing to offer into a relationship? Because the reverse should also be true. That person should be giving you what you are giving them. You have to.
Ladies, are you the prize or are you chasing? Okay, welcome to the Daddy Academy, okay? The lens in which the relationship you have with a man is working through, or the frame, if you will determine how the whole thing will play out. Okay, for example, if you're the prize and you're carrying yourself like the prize, okay, what is a prize, right? A prize is valuable. It's not something that a guy can get every day. He has to earn the access to more access, right? He needs to show up correct over a somewhat extended period of time to then get more communication from you, to get more availability from you. That's the prize mindset. Men like the chase. Men like things that are valuable that not a lot of people have. So if he feels that way about you and you are showing up congruent with your thoughts, words, actions, your attitude, like, he will know, and that you are separate from other women in this positive way. If from the get-go, you are very, very available, right? You are, the vibe you're giving out is like, I'm happy to be here, I like you, you're telling him all that stuff right away. Now you're looking through it in his frame. He's in charge. And once he knows that, if he knows it too soon, it's bad news. Men are very purpose and accomplishment driven. So if you let him win within a week, like, he won, right? And that's not to say that if you met this guy who's meant to be for you, it wouldn't work out. Like, it would work out. But what we want to do is just weed out the guys who aren't meant for you or have bad intentions. So having that prize frame for yourself will weed out guys who aren't willing to put in that work to get the prize. You understand? This will never get rid of a man who's meant to be with you. This is only going to get rid of the trash that are trying to use you.
All right, ladies, I'm going to give you 5 things I would never tolerate as a certified relationship coach. Let's go. Number 1, a man inviting me over to his house as a first date or suggesting to come to my house as a first date. The simple reason why is because it does not set proper expectations for him from a courting perspective, and it also shines you in a really bad light as a woman. Being in his home alone or being at your home alone is a privilege that he has to earn. He has to make you feel safe and comfortable enough with doing that. And a man with good intentions is never going to feel disrespected by you setting that standard. Number 2, a man who consistently makes me feel unclear, confused, or unsure about his intentions with me. Sometimes the way that a man makes you feel is a red flag in and of itself. So if you're having conversations and you're walking away from all of them feeling confused, unsure, and uneasy about what his intentions are, that's an indicator that this situation is not serving you. Number 3, a man who makes sexual advances or sexual or flirtatious remarks to me way too soon. When a man makes overtly sexual advances and flirtatious remarks to you right off the bat, just understand that that is how that man sees you. He's showing you that he thinks of you as only the physicality of you, and you're going to have to work overtime if you want him to respect you. Number 4, a man making it a point to always tell me how busy he is. I always say the 2 things you look for in men are consistency and effort. So if you have a man telling you how busy he is all the time, just understand he's trying to set proper expectations for you to not expect that much. He's trying to let you know he has a priority list and you are not at the top. Number 5, a man who acts very shady with his phone and with his social media. If you've been dating a guy for a while and his phone is always face down when you're around and he's very active on social media, but he doesn't follow you, doesn't try to follow you, doesn't engage with you on social media at all, and doesn't post anytime you're around, you probably want to ask yourself why these things are happening. Men with bad intentions will keep you as their dark little secret for as long as you will let them. I have so many more of these, so like and comment for part 2.
Choose somebody who chooses you. If there was one piece of relationship advice I would give, it would be this: to choose somebody who chooses you. And not just at the beginning, but every time over and over again. It's so common for people when things get tough, when things get hard, everybody wants to run. No one wants to face the fire. No one wants to stand in the fire with somebody else. That's truly who you want by your side.